Good morning, designers, and welcome to today's episode of Game of Rugs. Usually we release on a Saturday, but this weekend we're releasing on a Sunday because I am dog sitting for Moira and Tom, and their two dogs, Conan, who is my dog son, and Susie, who is the best girl in the world. And Conan and I spent all day yesterday having the same conversation. And the conversation was, Conan, how many dentist sticks is it going to take for you to decide that you do not hate me? And the answer was, more dentist sticks than this bitch. So that went well. Anyway, here we are. And we don't have a big plan. We're going to do the normal things. We're going to look at some scores, and we're going to do some voting, and we're going to, I don't know what. But the most important question, I know, the question on everyone's mind is, how did you do on the crazy Bat Mitzvah room? Did I slate it in last week's episode? And I am mortified to tell you that I got a 5 on this room. To be fair, I do have a lot of expertise in this arena. Not the arena of getting 5s, the arena of Bat Mitzvahs. So, I mean, I wasn't shocked. Like, obviously this room is horrifying, and I was horrified by this entire endeavor. But I wasn't shocked that I managed to score well. So, other scores. These are my scores from, I don't know, I haven't looked at scores in a while. I haven't been doing a lot of challenges, mostly because I'm not into these rooms. They're just not speaking to my soul. So that's an unimpressive score. This is a really ugly room. I know, like, a lot of people struggled with it. And covering it in neutral seems like, you know, an approach. My approach was something slightly more in this direction. Like, I was trying to pick up on the purple tones in the wood on the walls. But, oh my god, it's just so ugly. I used a purple rug. Design Home indeed categorizes this rug as purple. And I used purple trees, and then I stopped caring. It's just so ugly. Oh, sweet baby Jesus. All right. What is this one? Oh, do you know what? I actually see this was my struggle, and the struggle is real. I really loved the rooms that they gave us to design for this whole themed series. But I hated the limited edition packs they gave us to score well with. Like, you were only going to really score well with the limited edition items. And I just wasn't into them. And the result was this. Also, I think this was one of those elite challenges, and these were the only chaise lounges I had that fit this criteria. So anyway. Oh, my fucking god. I entered this room as a joke. I was like, what is the ugliest, most, like, if you went to the worst designed Turkish restaurant, what would it look like? And it would look like this. But apparently, this is a 4.99. There were some really great designs for this room. None of them were mine. And none of them got 5s. Okay, this is just horrifying. We should all be horrified. What is this? What? It just looks like Barney vomited everywhere. The combination of the pink with these chairs with this rug, is so offensive. It's so offensive. I can barely contain myself. This room is ugly. This room is so ugly. This is the worst design I ever submitted. I can't believe that between the 5 for the Bat Mitzvah room and the 4.99 for the Turkish restaurant. Okay. There were a lot of complaints about this room because it required you to use a green couch and 2 purple items. Everybody freaked out. And everybody posted, they were like, here's my Carmel Charmer room. I don't know, you guys, I really struggled with this room. And I understand. Like, if you had actually been in a position where you were forced to use a green couch and 2 purple chairs to fill the room requirements, that would have been genuinely a struggle. Like, your life would have been absolutely terrible. Lamps, people. Lamps. You did not have to use purple chairs. You were fine with a purple lamp and a purple rug. And I'm not saying this is the greatest rug in the world. I am saying it's fucking purple. It qualifies for the purple. You could have used another purple rug. All the purple rugs are cheap because they're all terrible. I mean, they're not terrible. They're useful. They're just ugly. God, I love coffee. Okay, so unlike the Turkish Horror Restaurant where I'm appalled that I got a 5, in this case, I'm gonna be honest, not that appalled, nor surprised. I mean, it's a terrible room, it's really ugly, but at least it doesn't combine purple and green furniture. That's fine. You can stop listening. You can unsubscribe from this podcast now. I will understand. I am genuinely a terrible person, so that's fine. Um, I don't. I'm trying to decide if I have strong feelings about this room. I kind of do, and I'll tell you why. I noted a lot of people who were like, I didn't know what to do with the brown on the wall, so I just ignored it, which is absolutely fine. I did not ignore it. I incorporated it into my design, and I just went for like a teal theme because I won these sofas, and the sooner I can get them out of my inventory, the happier my life will be. And I didn't have a whole blue theme going on because I didn't like the navy art, so I didn't buy it. I mean, what were the winning rooms were all much more appropriate blue themed rooms. And so I guess my score is fair, and these rooms are fine. They seem fine. I mean, none of them are like... I mean, if you hired a designer for your Singapore penthouse, and this is what they came up with, I think any number of responses would be fine. From, this is great, I'm totally happy, you did a terrific job, thank you so much, to, oh my god, you're fired, and take this shit with you. I don't mind this one. I actually like this one. I mean, obviously it looks like there's been an awful, awful dog poop accident on the rug. This is the worst rug in the world. I mean, that or you dragged your husband's body out that door on the left-hand side. I don't know. But it's a very cohesive set of furniture. It works well with the wooden panel effect thing there. And it's a very nice use of this piece of art, which I believe people often forget about because everybody's like, I don't know, I'm only on level like 15 or 12 or 21 and I don't have any good art and my life is terrible. And like, we've all been there. We've all been there. People on the elite boards have been there. I lived on this art and the white piece for like 17 levels. It's very useful art. It's very expensive though, so that is a problem. Anyway, so those are some room scores. The week before last, there was an episode, and I can't even remember what it was about, and I couldn't find the room to show you the score this morning. but the score was a 4.11. So that was, you know, did that prove my point? Not prove my point? I don't remember what the point was because I'm 48 years old and that was 2 weeks ago. I barely remember if I'm wearing underpants. Spoiler alert, probably not. Okay. So I was not super into today's daily. It's probably because I'm not awake enough to be into anything other than coffee. But I didn't mind this room. Copenhagen Chic. Today, anytime today. And I know that they want me to buy this Abstract Amber limited edition pack for $3.99. Bizarrely, this month I have spent the least amount of money on Design Home that I've ever spent since I started playing. I think I bought 20 euros worth of diamonds, $20 worth of diamonds at the beginning of the month, and one pack along the way. And I'm not buying either one of these packs either. I don't like the art, and nobody needs furniture that looks like all the other furniture in their inventory. So whatever, I know they want me to buy the limited edition pack because that's the only place I'm going to be able to get the art that is yellow and black to put on these walls. On the other hand, the reason my score is hovering between the mid 4.6s and sometimes the mid 4.4s is because I am embarked and dedicated to this ridiculous enterprise of mine where I'm using all of my free art, all of it. So this room is a good place to put this art, and so I'm going to use it. I'm putting this art in here. I'm not buying the pack. I'm submitting this room. So that means I think that we're going to need to vote. Which is some viewers, some of you guys love the voting part, and I don't know why, because sometimes we get really awful rooms. Okay, so I don't like the room on the bottom because it doesn't speak to the key design feature, which is obviously the curtains, the drapes. Those are definitely drapes and not curtains. So we're going to vote for the room on the top, even though the two pieces of art together, I don't know you guys, but take your vote, Sue. The room on the bottom, I actually prefer the pig prints, and to go with the roses to pull out the pink, than to the pink marble print on the top. I know that this room on the bottom is not going to be popular, but it's better than the other one. I genuinely don't know what's going on in either one of these rooms. The room on the top uses a geometric rug, which mirrors the geometric pattern on the ceiling, so that's a good choice. And I feel like that was the last good choice made for this room. The room on the bottom, the choice of the white wall art over the white accent cabinet is lovely. The choice of flowers is nice. The chairs are all from the same set, so that's nice. That is an outdoor table, and it looks like an outdoor table, and it looks weird. And I'm not a fan of this rug. But we're voting for this room on the bottom because it's the right thing to do. Neither one of these rooms is better than the other. I would just like to say I love the rug on the top. It's a Loloi rug. It's like $1,500. It's spectacular. It's orange and it looks great in a room where your drapes are not fuchsia. Fuchsia and orange is not a thing. We're voting for the room on the bottom. Also not a thing, dead cowhide rugs and silk fuchsia drapes. So the top room, like if the drapes were a different color, we could talk, but they're not, so we aren't. And the room on the bottom, I don't like, but it's very well coordinated. It's a cohesive design. It speaks to the design remit and the room we were given. And despite the not great chandelier choice, we are voting for that room on the bottom. Good job, Kay Trudeau. I'm sorry that I don't like your chandelier. Okay. Neither one of these rooms is doing it for me. The room on the bottom is preferable to the room on the top, but has no rug. The room on the top is boring AF and has no color response to the color hint out the window. So we're voting those equal. The room on top is very well coordinated, but not talking to the color hint out the window. And the room on the bottom, I don't know. So we're voting for the room on the top. I have no opinion about either one of those rooms, so we're voting them equal. I do like a black and white room, but this room on the top is, I think it's braver, and it's cohesive, and it's a brave choice of rug, because nobody ever votes for that rug, but we're going to. Good job, Jessica E. The room on the bottom is fine. It's all neutrals. And the room on the top doesn't have art or rugs, so we're going to vote for that. Good job, Lucy May. We have enough keys to enter, so let's go back to this design. And we're going to finish and submit. And that is it. And, I mean, maybe I've forgotten a huge part of how we do these episodes because I didn't do one last week, but I believe that that is it. So, thank you so much for joining me for this week's Game of Rugs. If you enjoyed this episode, please give it a thumbs up. And if you would like to see future episodes of Game of Rugs, please become a subscriber. We would love to have you. Bye now.